What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Big win for them boys. Big bounce back win for them boys. 118 to 116. The captain, Jalen Brunson, 30 points. The big cat, 31 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. OG Anunoby, 22 points tonight. Mikal Bridges, 20 points. Total team effort tonight. Total team effort tonight. This is what you do. You bounce back, ready to go. You understand what people are saying about you. You understand people are going crazy out there. The whole Knicks nation is destroying them. This is what you do, man. You put your foot on their neck and you don't take no prisoners. That's it. Big time win for them boys. Knicks go up 2-1 in this series. Seeing everybody rolling in, man. Appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight. Big time win. Namit, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Jay Supreme, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Orlando C, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Eddie Kofi, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Listen, big time win. Big time win. Listen, this is what you do, guys. This is what you do. Listen. Excuse me. You think these guys haven't been hearing it? You think these guys haven't been hearing it? You think these guys haven't been hearing the chitter-chatter, people talking back and forth, all the nonsense that's been going on out there, just the craziness. LV was part of the crew, too. I was barking on him. I was barking on Tibbs. I was barking on Brunson, like everything. They hear it, man. They hear the noise. And they responded out the gate. I thought from beginning to end, the Knicks dominated this game. I didn't think I felt the way they were playing in the first half, and when they went into the second half up 13, and then they went into the fourth quarter up 10, I said, okay, the Knicks got this game in the book. And this is how they should look against this team. This is how they should look. I think Cade got busy. Cade had like 20-something. I think it was like 22 Cade had, but it was a hard 20-something from Cade. He was struggling tonight. OG Anunoby was on him. People were blocking his shots. I believe he had 6 or 7 turnovers tonight. Mikal Bridges had him turn the ball over a couple of times. I think all together, we just look like a total team tonight. Disc Rover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Big time win for them boys, 118 and 116. The big cat, 31 points for him. You got to be happy, man, with how we look today. Today, we look like a team, man. We look like the team that's the best team out there. That's how we looked. And I think it begins and it ends with the big cat. And the reason why I say that is because we know what Brunson is, man. We know what he's going to do. Like, come on. We know how good he is. But I stressed the importance of getting the big cat touches. And that's what they did today. And when you get him touches, look at how much of a better team we look. Judas Revenge, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Big time win for the boys, 118 and 116. The captain, 30 points, 9 assists. And to me, that was the thing tonight. That was the thing. We got the big cat involved, and he started getting busy. But we've all known this, guys. We've all known this. I was at the game the first night. He was dominating Tobias Harris. He can't check him, man. And then they got insane, and they tried to put Beasley on him. That should be barbecue chicken all day. This game is not hard. This game is very easy, man. The Knicks made it hard by not going to him. Come on, man. He's second team All-NBA. This is easy stuff. And Cat showed exactly who he is, man. And he dominated tonight. He dominated. And I think it was a great response from him. We surveyed 100 people, man. Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Big win for the boys, 118 and 116. Mikal Bridges, 20 points tonight. Lionel Monis, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Big win for them boys. Go up 2-1 in the series. 118 and 116. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Knicks go up 2-1 in the series. And so I thought that was the key. I'm going to touch on everybody else. Trustably, I'm going to do that. But to me, it was all about Towns. It was all about Towns. And the reason why it's all about Towns is because of the mismatch. You got everybody locked in, but where's the mismatch at? The mismatch is right there with him. He should be averaging 30 plus in the series. Easy. They have nobody for him. Nobody. And so to me, that's the key to the ball game. You sprinkle in everybody else, and then we have a victory. But he's the reason. He's the key, man. He's the reason why this offense was top 5 in the league. He's the reason. You know, I said it earlier in the season, guys. You remember on this show, everybody's been rocking with me from day one. I said Towns comes in and changes everything. Because of him, that 5 out is dangerous because you can't guard him. You can't. Look what he does to Biggs. He brings him out to the top of the key. He was doing that all day to Jalen Duren. You can't check him, man. Then he takes the smaller guys in that Baja. I mean, this is easy, man. This is not hard to do. And he was doing that all season long. And I don't know why, but we kind of got away from it, but we got back to it. And so that's big. That's big. All right, let's go to the highlights, guys. Let's go to the highlights because I thought it was a total team win from everybody, man. Everybody. You know, when you look at the box score and you look at the stats and stuff like that, you kind of say, okay, cool. You know, who was the key? Who, of course, I just talked about Cat because I thought he's the main person. But you look at everything from top to bottom with this team. And for me, I feel like it was all balanced tonight. Everybody had their moment in this game and shined. I thought OG Anunoby was big in the first half. I thought he was big all night because he just made it difficult for Cade. Cade is playing a lot of minutes, man. A lot of minutes. He damn near played the whole second half. They had to sub him out at the end, like maybe like 5, 6, 7 minutes left because he didn't sit down the whole second half. You could tell he was getting tired. And so you have that going on, right? Then you have a situation where you also, too, you have like Bridges, right? You have it balanced that way, right? Because so now he's starting to knock down his jump shots. He's getting in the passing lanes, getting steals, getting rebounds. Then, of course, you can't forget about Josh Hart. I believe he had 11 boards tonight, 9 assists. And Josh Hart was being Josh Hart tonight. So to me, when it's balanced like that, and then you don't have a situation to where, you just got Brunson trying to be a superhero. It's unnecessary. He doesn't have to do that, right? And everybody's getting touches. Everybody's feeling good about themselves. Now we're able to close the game. And what are you doing to close the game? You give the ball to the Captain Clutch, man, who won Clutch Player of the Year, by the way, if anybody didn't know. You give the ball to him and let him get busy. And that's what he did. Started closing the show with them 2 back-to-back layups. I said, here you go. This is what he does. But you know why to me that happened for Brunson is because he was able to get some rest. Bringing Campaign in for those couple of minutes, even though he wasn't perfect, I mean, I feel like he made a couple of shots here and there. Play a little feisty defense. Started drawing with Schroeder. They was drawing back and forth. But it gives Brunson time to rest. So now he can come in and he can close the show. And that's the beauty of the substitutions. That's the beauty of all that. So, guys, you got to be happy with what we saw tonight, man. And this is the team. This is what we knew the series was going to be. If we come out there and we do what we do. If we come out there and we do what we do. I mean, it's not hard, man. It's really not. And so tonight was the first complete game I've seen from these guys in a very long time. And I was very happy, man. Very happy. And also, too, man, I love the whistle tonight, man. I thought the whistle was great. I thought the refs were really on top of it. I thought it was an evenly called game. And to me, I love that because, no one likes a rock fight, man. You know what I mean? You still want to be able to make plays and come up with big time plays in certain moments during the game. You don't want it to be kind of crazy to where guys are just getting mauled out there. I'm talking on both ends. On both ends. You still want it to be a good game. You still want it to be, guys making big shots, big moments. You still want those things to happen. You don't want it to be a situation where it's just I don't know, man. Looks like you in the park playing. You don't want that. You want it to be some type of skill out there, man. But I thought it was big, man, for our 2 top guns to have back-to-back games. And you know what, guys? This is what's supposed to happen on the road, man. You're supposed to have your top guns coming up with big time plays. I mean, and this is what should happen. Brunson and Towns should be coming on the road, getting busy, man. Getting busy. It shouldn't be any like uncertainty. They're the stars of the team. They're the stars of the team. You want Bridges and you want OG and nobody sprinkling their stuff like they did. You want that to happen, but you want the top dogs to get the game, to get the ball when it's winning time. That's what you want. That's why those guys get paid the big bucks. I've said this before on my show. And so I just think it's just great to see, man. It's great to see, and I think also too, with a game like this, hopefully this wakes this team up. Hopefully this wakes these guys up. We can get these guys up out of here in 5 or 6, man. Just get them out of here, man. Yo, guys, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Big win for them boys, 118 and 116. The Big Cat, 31 points, 8 rebounds. And so to me, that was a big part. That was a big part. That was a big part, man. And I just thought we came out ready to go, man. That was just beautiful to see. All right, guys, look at the stats right here, right? So look, so the Knicks shot 47% from the field. The Pistons shot 45%. Look at this, guys, 12 for 32 from 3. They were 16 for 37. Look at the free throws, guys. Pretty even tonight for both teams. 26 for 29. They were 22 for 27. They out-rebounded us by 3, 40 to 43. But look at the steals, guys. Once again, they turned the ball over left and right. Cade had like 6 or 7 of them things, and we had 11 steals to their 6. Points in the paint, guys, 46 to 36, which I thought was big for us. Bench points, 40 to 9. With them, they get the edge, right? So I feel like this game is a pretty evenly matched game tonight. I just thought our star players made big plays at the end. With Towns hitting that fall away on Tobias Harris and Brunson making a couple of those layups. And, of course, Towns coming up with that big-time block on Cade, which I thought was huge. And that pretty much kind of changed the game. But was there any time tonight, guys, that you thought that, we were kind of in trouble? I never felt that way, man. I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel like we were in trouble at all tonight. I didn't. I just felt like we just had to end it off the right way because we were controlling the game. And it's like we were letting them back in the game. Like that, like that's how I felt with that. I didn't feel like we were losing the game. Right? I felt like we had control of the game. We just kind of like took our foot off the gas sometimes. But I didn't feel that we were going to lose it. I didn't feel that way. I just didn't. I don't know why. Just because of the way we were playing, we looked totally locked in. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Knicks go up 2-1 in the series. Delali, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live, man. Big time win for them boys, 118 and 116. Look at this. Grover says, yes, LV, we were in trouble at multiple times. But you know what, this Grover, I wouldn't say, here's why I say we weren't in trouble, this Grover. Because when they would make that push, right, let's say they would cut the game to 3 or they would cut the game to 2, right? I'm speaking of the second half. We would go on a run, like we punched the game back up to 9. So it was like we were making blunders. Like we would, when we settled down and ran our offense and did the stuff we were supposed to do, we had these boys in a chokehold. Like it was easy work. You know what I'm saying? But we kind of was like taking our foot off the gas. And it felt like we were kind of like ready for this game to be over. Like it felt, because we knew we had won. It felt like that with certain possessions. And then the Pistons were coming down, knocking down shots. I was like, all right, man, settle down. Let's get a bucket here. When the Towns would come down, remember that one? He had that step back. He hit that jumper right there. He got that M1, I believe, off the glass, which was big. Put us back up by 5. Right? So I'm just saying. So it was just certain things that I saw. Like they will always get down by 2, and then we will bump it back up to 5. Then we'll be up by 9. You know what I'm saying? So I felt we had this game in a chokehold, man. It was just, we just got to close. That's all. We just got to close. Letting them back in is trouble. Now listen, this Rover, you're right. Listen, I'm not saying you're wrong on that. You're right. Gavis definitely got to improve on our bench in the offseason. Gavis agreed, man. Agreed. Let me say something. Them getting Schroeder was huge because Schroeder is a vet. You know what I mean? He's battle tested. So them getting him was huge because he's been the one that's been keeping this ship steady. Because Beasley was atrocious tonight. He was terrible. He does all that shimmy shake and pointing and stuff like that because he got the dunk. He was hot garbage tonight. Without Schroeder, we will be up 3-0 in this series. 3-0. Because they have nobody, man. They have nobody. He's the one. He's the one thorn in our right side or left side, whatever you want to call it. He's the one. He's the one that's giving us problems. Cade is going to get his. Hardaway had a big night. You know, guys have big nights. But there's no one else really. There's no one else giving us problems. One of the Thompson twins, he's out of his element, man. You can tell he's struggling in the playoffs. Ron Hollins, whatever his name is, he's garbage. Paul Reed had an okay night, but I'll be really worried about Paul Reed. We're not. Tobias Harris came back down to earth and was Tobias Harris tonight. I told you guys, don't worry about that guy. He's a notch up from Kyle Kuzma, Tobias Harris. He's a notch up. But you see what Kuzma's doing over there in the playoffs. He's missing layups. He looks like hot garbage. I told you guys, don't worry about Kuzma. He's a notch up from Kyle Kuzma. So Tobias Harris went back to Tobias being who he was, you know, with the Sixers last year. So, you know, so I'm just saying, so Schroeder is the key. He's the one that's really, really, really giving them kind of like a big boost. You know what I'm saying? Gravity says, I think we put our foots in the gas enough to beat them, but we still haven't used our full potential. Agreed, Gravity. Agreed. Because Gravity, we had this game easy, man. They can't keep up with us. We're a better team, man. We're a better team than them. We just are. It's just that to your point, we got to really put our foot down. We got to crush them, man. We got to crush these guys, like how you crush an ant. We got to crush these guys, and just stop playing with them and get it over with. You know what I'm saying? I think that we haven't done that just yet. Tonight was the closest thing we looked to that. Closest thing. Jay Supreme says we haven't developed the killer instinct yet. I know, man. Right? We got to get that. We got to get that. BQ from BK, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Knicks go up 2-1 in the series. Big time win for them boys, 118 and 116. The Big Cat. Big time for him, 31 points and 8 rebounds. Let's listen to the Big Cat, man. Let's listen to him, man. Listen to what that Big Cat has to say, man. Thought he was great tonight.
I ain't get a notice about it, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout out to the table, man. Giving your team another chance like that is fire. I gotta give them a lot of respect for that. I ain't never seen that in 10 years of basketball.
Well, shout out to you with this performance. Your mindset coming in to this game in terms of what you want to do individually was what?
Win. It's always been the same thing. It's about winning. So. I wanted to do whatever we needed me to do to win, and I'm glad that I was able to help us come out with this W tonight.
Cat, when you see a one-on-one situation, no matter who it is, if it's Duren, if it's Harris, are you thinking green light?
I'm always thinking green light. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I've said it before in the season. I'm always being aggressive in my playmaking. Whether that may be a jumper, whether that may be going to the basket, or whether that may be doing an aggressive move to put my teammates in a spot to succeed and having an outlet pass, or having a kick out, or getting an assist, or leading to a hockey assist. So all I think about when I get the ball is be aggressive in my playmaking and try to get my teammates in spots they could succeed, and also if I get a chance, do what I do best, use my God-given talent.
This question has nothing to do with officiating, Carl, but is of all the playoff series that you've been involved in, is this the most physical that you've been involved in?
It's the most different for sure. I think that's the best way to say it. It's been different. So
different in what way?
I ain't gonna get fined, so I'm gonna just say it's different for sure. It's different, but you know what? We executed at a higher level today, and I think regardless of how different a playoff series is, or the playoff series I've been part of, execution is always the word that gets the job done, and we executed tonight for sure, especially in the first half. We did a great job of doing what we said we wanted to do. we upped the physicality, we upped the pressure, and we definitely brought the intensity that I think was missing last game.
There was a great, gritty response. Brilliant performance. Thanks, Carl.
Appreciate it.
Great breakdown from him. Great breakdown from him, man. Huge, huge game from Big Cat, man. Big Cat was amazing tonight. Amazing. Great numbers for him, man. His Cat was 10 for 18 from the field, 4 for 8 from 3, 7 for 7 from the line, 8 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 assist, 2 blocks. Big time from him. Big time from him tonight, man. And listen, guys, listen, this is what we said, man. We said this. Listen, everybody said it. They said, yo, Cat's got to get more touches. That can't happen. And look what happens, guys. When he plays the way he plays, and also, too, guys, when he's got it rolling, and Brunson is Brunson, which I thought Brunson was great tonight. Look at what it does for OG Anunoby. Look what it does for Bridges. Look at now how those guys start doing what they do. And then Josh Hart is Josh Hart, right? So now our offense looked tonight like a top 5 offense in the league, period. And I think that's huge because now they don't listen, man. They don't know who to guard. Especially when especially when Bridges is doing what he's doing, hitting his jumper, OG Anunoby's being aggressive, going to the Baja, all those different type of things. So now you still got to worry about Brunson. You still got to worry about Cat, right? So now it's pick your poison. What do? That's the importance of getting Cat touches because he opens the floor up for everybody else. And that's why our offense was so good. And that's why they made the deal to bring him here and send Randall to Minnesota. That's why they did this. Because of what it does for everybody else. Now we look like how we looked this season, man. We did. And that's the beauty of giving Cat touches. This is easy, man. This is not hard. It's really not. It's not, the Brunson thing. It's not. It was all coming down to tips. It was all up to him, man. He's the head guy. He controls this. You want to get more Cat? You want to get Cat more touches? You tell your point guard, you tell the team, we're feeding him. He's the man tonight. And I thought that he spearheaded everything. And then, come on, we know who Brunson is, man. Come on, he's done this. So to me, this is easy work. It's not hard. The more we make it hard for ourselves, the more we keep these guys around, the more we can make this a difficult series. Let's make this an easy one, man. Vaughn Allen, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Knicks go up 2-1 in the series. Big win for them, 118 to 116. The captain, 30 points, 9 assists. Brunson was out there jawing, huh? I was reading lips from Mug tonight. Hey, listen, man. Look, it gets real down there, man. It is. You know what I'm saying? Guys are trying to win. I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's how it should be. It shouldn't be anything else. Bridges to Tim Hardaway. Hey, listen, man. Look. I love the way Bridges is kind of turning up. He's getting a little feisty too, right? Right? You see Bridges' energy, right? He's talking smack out there. He's not taking no nonsense from dudes. Guys doing a lot of pushing tonight. You saw that, right? You saw tonight. You saw Towns push. Who did he push? I forget who he pushed, man. He pushed the big man. What's the dude name from? He used to play with Philly, man. What's the guy's name? It slips my mind, man. I'm sorry. I apologize. What is it? Paul Reed, right? Paul Reed. He pushed him out of here, man. Get him out. Get out of here. You know what I mean? Doing all that yapping. He was on a bench with the Sixers last year. Him and Tobias Harris. So, that's what you got to do with these dudes, man, because they tried it. They tried to punk the Knicks tonight. Knicks wasn't trying to hear it tonight at all. Gravity says they tried to get in our heads all night with the trash talking and throw us off our game, but it didn't work. Agreed, Gravity. Agreed. But Gravity, that's what you're supposed to do, man, with teams like this, man. Because Gravity, they're not better than us. They're not. And once the Knicks identified that, they started playing like they are the better team, not playing down to this team. All they got is Cade. That's all they got. They're rolling off the screens. That's all they're doing. They're trying to get him open. You blitz him. That's all. Because he's a turnover machine. He's a great player. He's got a lot of upside. But the issue with him, with his game, is he's a turnover machine. So force him into turnovers. And he had about, like I said, 6 or 7 of them things tonight. Yeah. Oh, back, Kelvy. Cat sitting with it, whatever truck screen. Yeah, man. Yeah, listen, Cat was fabulous tonight. BQ from BK said, did we out rebounded them tonight? No, it was they got us tonight, BQ from BK. It was 40-43. They got us by 3. They got us by 3 tonight. Oh, Garrett says Brunson is unguardable with a bad wheel. Yes, he is, man. Yes, he is. Listen, man. Listen, look. I got on him last game. LV said it here. I had to put it in a short, right? I thought he was terrible last game. I just thought he was. Tonight, he looked like him. He looked like him. Because he didn't force it tonight. He let the game come to him. He wasn't making bad decisions with the pill. And what I saw tonight is I saw a fresher, sharper Brunson. And then in that fourth quarter, when it was getting close and we got a couple of steals and a couple of loose balls, you saw him go down here and attack. And it's like, that's when he gets into the clutch gene. You know what I'm saying? He starts making shots. That's what he does. That's what we want from him. We don't want him doing that in the third quarter. We want, when it's 4 or 5 minutes left, we want the ball in your hands. We want him to get some rest to where he's got the energy to close, because that's what he does best, better than anybody. Clutch player of the year, right? So come on. So that's what you want. But how that can really, really happen and you could take it to the next level is you got to have Towns getting busy, because now they got to pick their poison. They're terrified of them guys getting busy. So even though Schroeder plays good defense on Brunson, when it's money time, it doesn't matter who's on him. It doesn't matter. He does what he wants. And that's what we want. We don't want him forcing. We want him closing. There's a difference. There's a difference. Jay Supreme says, want to be tough guys, man. They ain't the old bad boys. They're a bunch of imposters. Agreed. 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 Vaughn Allen says, OG and Bridges' defense was stout tonight. Yo, they were fabulous tonight, I thought, man. I thought defensively they were fabulous. I really, really did. This is why they got these guys, right? You know, to kind of give a guy like Cade problems, you know, because when he switches off of OG Anunoby, Bridges hops on him. Now, even though Bridges, he's better, and Bridges still makes him work. So by the fourth quarter, he ain't got the legs, man. And that's where the turnovers come in, the bad decision making, right? So that's what you want. And so that's why you got these guys. And I thought that altogether, they just were great, man. They were great. They fed off each other. And I think that you're starting to see him and OG Anunoby really start to turn a quarter. I really think Bridges, Brunson being down, when he was hurt, that really helped both of those guys for their season. So because now you're starting to see them, especially OG Anunoby had a big game tonight. He had a big game in game 1. I was there that night. He just looks great. And when we're clicking on all cylinders like this, we're very, very hard to beat. Very, very hard to beat. Vaughn says, OG outplayed Cade tonight, man. Tibbs literally subbed OG in and out according to Cade's sub. Agreed. Listen, that's what you got to do, man. You got to do that. You got to do that. Because Cade, let me take a look. Let me see what Cade's numbers are real quick, guys. Yeah, Cade's numbers, man. He was struggling. He take 10 for 25, man. 10 for 25. What percentage is that? What is it, about 30% from the field? Because 10 for 20 is 50. 21, 40 something. So for 5, he's low 40s, high 30s. 2 for 5 from 3. Yeah, 11 assists at 24. Yeah, he was struggling tonight, man. He was struggling tonight. He didn't play well at all. At all. But that's what you do, man. That's what you do. That's how you do with a guy like that. Let me tell you this person who I'm kind of worried about, though. I'm worried about Deuce, man. I'm worried about Deuce. He doesn't look right. Is it me, guys? See, guys, let me know. He just doesn't look right? He seems like he's kind of like, just off a step. He's unsure where he should be. I think Tibbs is dropping the ball with Deuce. Like, I do not want Deuce bringing the ball up. Like, they should be playing. You know how they should do with Deuce? They should do Deuce the same way they do with Beasley. Have him coming off screens, ready to shoot. If that's not the case, let him penetrate because Deuce can finish. Boy, he doesn't look like Deuce, right? Last year in the playoffs, he looked good. But I don't know. This year, he just doesn't look right, man. He doesn't look right at all. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Deuce, man. Oh, look at my man Gravity. Look at my man Gravity. I guess no Sanders to the Giants. Yeah. See my put my pillow right here. Got my pillow, man. See my pillow. You know what I'm saying? I rep heavy for mines, man. Abdul Carter, man. Second coming of LT. Not really, but I'm just saying a poor man's LT. We got Burns. We got Thibodeau. Him coming off the edge. Sexy Dexy in the middle. Yeah. We got to see exactly. I think they are still going to try to get a quarterback. So we got to see exactly what happens in the draft. But yeah. Sorry, man. Sorry. Gravity kind of got me off topic. Come on, Gravity. Dude's definitely not having an explosive since his groin. Yeah, man. Yeah, yo, Vaughn, I don't know what's going on with him, man. I don't know what's going on with him. He just doesn't look right, man. And I don't want to say the moment's is too big for him. I loved when he knocked down that corner three. Like, that was big for him. You know what I'm saying? He's got to see the ball go through the basket. Because we know how great of a shooter he is and how great of an offensive player he is coming off the bench for us. And we know how stout he is defensively, right? But he can't stay on the floor, man. How many minutes he played tonight, man? How many minutes he played? Yo, Deuce only played 9 minutes tonight, man. 9 minutes. Deuce was usually playing like anywhere between 15, 20 minutes a night. Deuce only got 9 minutes tonight, boss. 9 minutes. Yo, Memphis is smoking OKC. Halftime 77-51. Yo, y'all see that? Yo, Memphis is waxing OKC 77-51. You see that? It's the Wild Wild West, boy. They are blowing their doors off. That's the one person I'm worried about. That's the one thing I'm worried about is Deuce. Disc Grover says, LV, man, Tibbs ain't drawing up plays for our 3 bench shooters. Yeah, man. Yeah, even Shamet can't get no shots off neither, man. And it's not like Detroit is like stout. They're good, but I'm just saying you gotta find ways to get these guys shots, man. You gotta find some way to get these guys shots. You gotta get Deuce rolling. You gotta get Shamet rolling. You know, those guys had good seasons, man. Well, Shamet towards the end, but Deuce pretty much the whole season, I thought. Ron says Deuce hasn't hit some big shot though. Right. That 3 from the corner was big to put us up 8 in the fourth. Agreed. That was big. That was big, Vaughn. That was big. You know what I'm saying? So I think he got to see the ball go through the basket, though, man. You know what I'm saying? But we got to get Deuce rolling, man. We got to get Deuce rolling. He's a big piece to what it is that we do, man. That was the reason, guys, in some ways, why they were okay with making the move, you know, to send Dante, because they felt the ascension of Deuce. Deuce is on the rise, right? So that's why they felt okay making that move. So, and early in the season, Deuce was playing well. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got to get him back rolling, man. We got to get him back rolling. We got to get him some touches, man. He's got to start knocking down some shots. He's got to. We got to get him back out there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I says, Shaman's supposed to be our sharpshooter. Yeah, man, but these guys can't get off shots, man. But that's what I'm saying. Like, what is Shaman? Yo, Shaman didn't even shoot the pill tonight, man. He didn't even shoot the pill. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know. That's something they got to figure out, because you're going to need these guys, man. You know what I'm saying? They're going to need these guys. Vaughn says, man, his defense tonight made him unplayable, jumping for every pump fake. Who, Deuce, right? Yeah, man, Deuce is he's struggling, man. He's struggling. He's struggling. He's struggling. He's struggling. You know what I mean? But we're gonna need him though, Vaughn. We're gonna need, so we gotta keep pushing him. Vaughn said a job went out with an injury. Oh man. Yo, he always hurt, right? He's always hurt. He's always hurt, man. That's not good. The score says Shaman came into the playoffs. Surface of the sun hot. Right. Word up. He was scorching out from 3-point line, and he's only getting 3 to 4 minutes. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I think you got to get these guys some shots, man. You know what I mean? So like they got to run a play and say, okay, we're gonna get Shaman some touches. Let Shaman come off a screen, let him knock down the 3. Let him see the ball go through the net. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Deuce, right? You see Campaign. Like I thought Campaign when he came in that first half, those minutes were solid. Got a couple of shots. He hit that 3 from the quarter. They said it was a 2, whatever, but that was big. Right? I thought he had solid minutes defensively coming out in that second half, just enough to give Brunson the time to rest. That's how you got to do it, man. That's how you got to do it. I love the fact that he's a 9-man rotation. Mitch played 16 minutes tonight. I thought Mitch was good tonight. Thought Mitch had good moments. He kind of got out-hustled a couple of times tonight by Paul Reed. I was a little frustrated with that, with Mitch. I said, Mitch, man, you can't let Paul Reed do that to you, man. You know what I'm saying? But you can tell Paul Reed's fighting for his playoff life, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't going to get back out there. As soon as B. Stu come back, Isaiah Stewart. So I don't know, but I think Stewart's really hurt, man. I think his knee is, because I heard prior to the playoffs his knee was bad. Heard it was like it's really, really messed up. I don't know if he tore something or twisted. I don't know what. So I guess they hope that he'll be back. I'm sure, because I think they got 2 days off. When's the next game? The next game's Sunday, right? Next game, I believe, is Sunday. Let's see. I think it's Sunday, man, because I think they got 2 days off. So we got to see if Beef Stew will play Sunday. If he doesn't play Sunday, I think he's done for the series. I think he's done. And if we win Sunday, the series is over. Series is over. I think we come back to the Garden and we take care of these boys, man. Vaughn Allen says, "Sham, we got cardio tonight, man." Yeah, man. Listen, but you know what? You got to get him out there, man. You got to get him out there. You know what I'm saying? You got to get him out there, but you got to give him some touches, man. You got to give him let him see the ball go through the net, man. Because he was kind of knocking down threes left and right. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he's like, he's like Dante or nothing like that. But, still, man, we're going to need these guys, man. We're going to need these guys. It's the playoffs, man. Vaughn Allen says, the Knicks screens and picks are not effective at all. Hard to get off looks for your shooters when your off-ball screens can't. You know what it is? It's not that, Vaughn. It's not that. It's their offense, man. Their offense is elementary, man. It's like high school offense. They don't run nothing. What they run is basically like you screen for this guy, he come up and he see what's going on, then he try to do his thing. Like that's what it is. Screen and try to get open. That's it. They don't run any back cuts, nothing like that. That's a lot of times them back cuts is just them playing ball. You know what I'm saying? Just being smart. But it's nothing drawn up. Only time they draw up something is if it comes out like halftime. You see something drawn up. But outside of that, it's set a screen, hit somebody on pick and roll or something like that. But it ain't, you know what I mean? Like the offense is crazy. Mitch Hands catch, he is word up, right? He's like New Orleans, man. Mitch got to get better with that, man. Towns hit him with the ill pass. Towns hit him with the ill pass, right? But he, you know what I mean? But but Mitch has always struggled with that, though, man. He's always struggled with that. His hands always been shaky. Because remember, Randall would sometimes give him the ball, give him oops. Sometimes he wouldn't because Mitch's hands are shaky. And also, too, man, he kind of was getting outworked tonight by Paul Reed. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I felt that he's got the full advantage on Paul Reed. He should not allow Paul Reed to do that. This guy couldn't even get off the bench. He couldn't even get off the bench in Philly. You hear me? He's the third, fourth string center here. Beef Stew was there. He wouldn't even be playing. So you can't let this dude outwork you, Mitch. Like you can't. And you see the dude try to start a fight with Mitch because he's frustrated because he knows he's a bum. Okay, let's be honest, right? So he knows that. So he's trying to start a fight with guys, and you know what I mean. That's why Big Cat shoved him out of here. You know what I'm saying? Corey Lindsay, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through. Rock with LV live tonight. Big time win for them boys. 118 and 116. The Big Cat, 31 points, 8 rebounds. Hey guys, did you guys peep? Did you guys peep OG Anunoby at the end, kind of like walking around and holding his shoulder? Did you guys peep that? I said, oh man, here we go, man. Come on, hold it together, man. Hold it together. Did you guys peep that? Did you peep him walking out like after a timeout or maybe like a pass or something? This was a pass he made to Brunson. When Cat blocked the shot, he made the pass to Brunson. That's when Brunson, Brunson hit he hit Schroeder with that ill in and out, right? And that's when he got the finish on Tim Hardaway. He hit Schroeder. He almost put Schroeder in the front row. He hit him with that in. He had him going the other way. Brunson him with the ill layup. But OG Anunoby was holding his shoulder. I said, yo, OG, what's going on, man? Look at this Rover says OG's got 2.5 days off ice and rest. Agreed. So this Rover, I was right? So it is 2 days, right? They play Sunday. What time is the game Sunday, guys? Because I'm looking it up now. Let me see. If you guys know, because I know you guys be on it, my whole crew, man. I'm looking it up right now. What time is the game Sunday? Is it in the afternoon and we play like at 12? At 1. There we go. Prime time. ABC, right? Probably ABC, ESPN, ABC. Prime time. They got them in the prime time hour, man. That's what they do. They put them in prime time, which is perfect. And to me, guys, let's go up 3-1 on these boys, man. Let's go up to stop. Let's not playing with them, man. Stop playing with these guys. Let's get them up out of here. But I thought tonight, man, also too, I thought we got back to Josh Hart being Josh Hart. He only had 6 points, but he was Josh Hart tonight. He was getting on every loose ball. He had 11 boards, 4 offensive, 7 defensive boards. And he had 2 steals and 1 block tonight. Josh Hart was Josh Hart tonight. And that's what you want from him. And to me, that's the beauty of having him out there, right? Because he doesn't get to, you know what I mean? He plays his game, plays his position. And see, we don't really feel the whole Josh Hart issue when Cat is doing what he's doing. So now it's easy, right? It's balanced. But when you're not feeding Cat and you're expecting Josh Hart to knock down shots like that, that's not going to work. So that's what the whole subbing him in and putting Mitch in, or if not subbing him out and bringing Douche. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just, that's where all that talk came from. But if you got Cat doing what he's doing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because to me that's the biggest part of all this. All right, guys. So listen. So LV's got to be honest here, man. LV's okay. We got to, all of us in here, everybody in here, including LV. We have to really truly apologize to Captain Clutch, right? We got on him last game. We did. LV did. I roasted him, right? Because I felt like he just did not act like a captain last game. But we gotta salute our man. Because I thought Brunson was back to Brunson tonight. 39 minutes from him. He was 9 for 20 from the field, almost 50%. He was 1 for 7 for 3, 11 for 13 front of free throw line, 9 assists. But check this out. Brunson had 7 boards tonight, 7 rebounds for our captain, 30 points. But to me, he came up with big buckets when it mattered, man. That's what makes Brunson. 2 buckets were huge. That fadeaway right there at that elbow on Schroeder, bang. He had the layup right there on Tim Hardaway Jr., money. Then he had the one where he was on a fast break going right into Schroeder, coming into the offense, half court set, went right into Schroeder's chest, made the layup. Boom, and looked at the crowd. Looked at the crowd like, yo, be quiet, man. Be quiet. That's the captain. Because no one's going to remember that he was 9 for 20, right? That's literally right on the 50%. No one's going to remember that he was 1 for 7 from 3. No one's going to remember that. What we're going to remember is those key buckets. What we're going to remember is that he wasn't going nuts tonight. He was letting everybody eat, but he was the closer tonight. That's what we love about him. He was Mariano Rivera, but in Knicks colors, the closer. You Mets fans don't get it twisted, okay? Don't get it crazy when I say Knicks colors. Those are Knicks colors, not Mets colors, okay? Huge for the captain. And that's what you want. That's what you want when it's time for him to close your show, man. Jay Supreme said they all had a bad game last game, including Tibbs. They redeemed themselves tonight. Agreed. This Grover says we need efficiency back from the skipper. Yeah, man, agreed. He's got to be a little bit more efficient. But I thought tonight, this Grover, I thought he didn't force it tonight. I didn't feel that way. And I thought most importantly, this Grover, he closed the show, man. And that's what you got to do when you're the man. When you're the man, that's it. That's why he got the award, man. I keep on saying clutch player of the year. Everybody knows that. That's why he got the award, man. So I thought it was big time for him. Huge for him. But then I also think that, a big part of it was subbing in the campaign those couple of minutes, man. Campaign played 9 minutes tonight. Brunson played 39 minutes. So all in all, you guys know the number. It's 48 minutes, right? So still, he was able to get some rest to where he's able to have his legs and he's able to kind of be able to close the show. This Grover says he goes 13 for 14, 20 tonight, and the game would have been 20 minutes early. Or it would have ended. He would have made his shots and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, it happens, though, this Grover. But, he closed the show, man. He closed the show. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the most important thing. The most important thing. You heard it from Towns. Towns even stated, right? They asked Towns. They said, what did you think about, what was the most important thing for you tonight? I guess they were trying to bait him into saying, I want to get my touches. He said, get the win, man. That's all that matters is getting the win. No one cares about your numbers. But the problem is that if you want to get the win, you got to make sure you're feeding your best players. That's what happened. That's what didn't happen last game. And so that's why everyone was in an uproar about everything. And so I think it was big. But more than him and even more than Towns, I love the balance tonight. And I thought our top guys came to play tonight. They came up with big buckets and big time plays. And I think that's really what propelled us tonight, man. I thought everybody ate tonight and they ate at the right time, at the right moment. Guys came up with big shots in right moments. Guys came up with certain things. They just did the little things to really help us win tonight. You know what I'm saying? And so, it was just great to see. And it was great to see also, too, a beginning to end complete game and not even a blowout, because it's hard to blow out teams in the playoffs on the road. It's really hard when you're on the road, but a complete game from beginning to end, that even when the Pistons fought, we didn't lose our edge. We fought back and we would bump the score up to 5 to 9 to 7 to 8, whatever. We kept that bump, right? That little distance, because we pretty much had our foot on their neck the whole night. And that's what I loved about tonight. That even when we got sticky, they were able to pretty much propel themselves to the victory tonight. And to me, that's the key. And sometimes it's things like that. It's a game like this that can wake a team up. And I feel like that's what I saw tonight. Vaughn Allen says, someone mentioned game 2 was a much needed wake up for the coach and the staff to play with this collection of players as a unit. Jalen and his awareness to find his guys that needed their touches. Well said, sir. Well said. I think, listen, man, look. It wasn't hard to figure out who the problem was last game. It wasn't hard. So I think everyone had to come back to pretty much to the table and say, yo, man, look, what are we doing? We know who the problem is. We know what the issue was. We know what step it up, man. Everybody's got to step it up. And to your points, the coaching staff and the players. Right? So You know, I don't even think it was a hard thing to do. Like, it was just, yo, man, do what you've always been doing because these guys aren't better than you. But most importantly, you got to do is you got to make sure your star players are getting touches. You can't be going through other people and Brunson just being a nut. We don't want that. We don't want that. So we got to use everybody. Use what's gotten us here to this point. And you got to make sure that Bridges is getting touches. You got to make sure, OG is getting touches. And most importantly, you got to make sure the big cat is eating, man. And then Brunson, you're going to get yours like he did. So to me, that was the key for tonight. It was just great to see, man. It was just great to see. So, guys, I want everybody in chat to answer this question. What do you think? Do we, if we win Game 4, do we end it off in the Garden? Do we end it in 5 in the Garden, or does it go 6? If we win Game 4, do we close it off in the Garden? Because I think the Pistons are going to play well, but I think we win Sunday. I think it's going to be a dogfight again, and I think we win. And I think we close them out next week in the Garden to get ready for Boston. If the refs are calling it the same way they've been calling it, because I thought tonight was a well called game. Like the whistle was perfect tonight. So I think that, if we get something similar Saturday and the refs aren't leading to what it was Game 2, I think the Knicks win. They do that. We close it out in the Garden. I don't think we lose to them in the Garden. I think we close it out. My man Lionel Motor said, I said it. Let's win Game 4 and close it out in front of our crowd. Agreed. Vaughn Allen said definitely in 5. Okay. All right. LV, a much better refereeing tonight. Yeah, agreed, man. Agreed, man. I agree. Listen, I thought it was, and I thought, listen, I love the way the refs came in there and kind of, broke things up, like the little scuffles and stuff like that. I love the fact that they didn't call a tech on Beasley for pointing at OG. They let him play a bit, but I'm glad they called fouls that were fouls on both teams. They let some things go, but most of the time, certain things were a foul was a foul, man. You got to be smart. So to me, we have the same type of whistle in Game 4. We win, and the reason why I'm saying that because they're not better than us, man. They're not a better team. And if we do what we do, they don't have the weapons, and they can't stop us, man. They can't. We do what we want out there offensively. James Supreme said, I agree. Another nail biter in Game 4, but I think they call it even. We win Game 4. We're just a better. Agreed, man. Agreed. Eric Green says, win Game 4, man, and close the series out in 5. Agreed. All right, guys, so listen, let me get up out of here. Listen, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. Great win from the boys, 118 to 116. Our top dogs both scored 30 points tonight to help us in a win. Mikal Bridges, 20 points. OJ Nobi, 22 points. Great total team win. I will be back Sunday to discuss Game 4, so please come through and check that out. All right, but listen, people, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button, people. All right, also, too, if it's your first time coming through, rocking with me and my crew, please subscribe to the channel. And also, too, leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right, that's my show, and I'm LV Live. Big time win for the boys. Knicks go up 2-1 in the series. I will be back Sunday to discuss Game 4, so please come through and check that out. All right, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.